So welcome back to the build. Today we are pretty much prepping the engine bay because there were two fires in this car before I got it. So a lot of the stock factory undercoating and all of the coating inside the engine bay kind of melted off with those fires. So I want to recoat it and paint it like a gray color. That's just something that I want to do because I think it'll make everything pop in here and it'll help me clean things because it's inevitably going to get dirty in here. And if it's all black, I'm not going to be able to see anything, which means it'll just get dirty and dirty and dirty and dirtier. So we're going to go with gray because I think it's going to make everything pop, and it's going to kind of go with the color that I am at least thinking of for the color of the car. So a lot of masking for right now, and you guys said that you wanted to see a lot more of the process, so this is the process. All right, should be good for that. Ugh.
What you can do is like lay it on here and then fold it back up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, flip it around the other way. Roll it over.
Johnny Garlic over here.
I know, right?
God.
Got any breath mints in there?
No.
I'll make She made like a soup called a lasagna soup last night. It was so tasty.
Because masking is a whole art within itself, huh?
Oh, it is, totally, yeah.
And for this, just kind of back it up and finish it off right up to the lip because I'm planning on getting paint right up to it onto the back side. Talking to my camera. That was my neighbor, but everything is masked up, but I do not have the paint here right now. I actually messed up on ordering the correct paint, so that is on its way. But while we wait, I'm gonna go watch the 49ers, and I'm also gonna go start the next project car that will be on this channel. So give you guys a little sneak peek real quick. Okay, so this hasn't been started in a minute. So we'll see how long it takes. Battery's dead. Okay, take number 2. The lights are on now. Go.
I would recommend one of these.
Yeah. All right, let's go kick this down a little bit so you can hear the full idle. All right, so that is the 1964 Oldsmobile Cutlass, which will be next on the project list after my dad's car. My dad also has a 71 Trans Am that we're going to be doing, so we can both have muscle cars together. But just nothing really beats the sound of American muscle in a V8. Oh, it just sounds so good. I love my air-cooled cars. I love the Porsche. I love the VW. I love my German cars, but there's just something about American muscle that I grew up on it. So I am very fond of it. So when I had the chance to get that, I got it. So it'll be the next project, one that I'm very, very much looking forward to. All right, well, let's wait for the paint to get here so we can start doing this. Okay, the paint's here, so let's get to painting. Now this side did not have any of the fire damage, so it doesn't need to be coated too hard, just enough to give a nice little texture. So I'm going to let this dry and let the fumes kind of flash off because I don't want to layer it up too much and have things get trapped and have the undercoat still be like tacky and wet. So I'm going to give it as a second coat. I'm going to let this dry overnight. I'm going to come out and see how it looks in the morning, and if I need to touch up anything, I can. The good thing about this is it's a high build. Where is it? It's a high build stone guard, so you can basically build it up however you want for the texture that you want. And yeah, it looks like it's a nice little rubberized kind of thing. So it's getting back to what it used to be from factory. Probably not the same color or not the same whatever, but like I said, I want it to be a gray on the inside here. So this is going to work good, but I'm going to let it flash off and dry and kind of fumigate for the rest of the night for 24 hours and then come back in the morning and see how it looks. All right, just loosely get this in there, just to have it fitted and not dangling down anymore. But engine compartment is starting to kind of come back together, which is nice. So today we're going to be some surgeons, Porsche surgeons, if you will. We got to take out the rear trailing arm bushings because they're pretty shot, and I've got new ones. But the only way to do it, since they're press fit and it's like a two-piece, you got to be pretty careful. You essentially cut them out. Like I said, that's why we're being plastic surgeons today. This is an aluminum housing. You don't want to nick or cut or you know damage the aluminum housing in any way. So as long as you're slow with it, it should be hopefully pretty straightforward. Sometimes the heat from the gun loosens everything up on the inside as well, and you can just kind of pry it out, which is what it's kind of looking like right now. There we go. One side out. But there we go. The next part is the tricky part. You can kind of see right here on the inside where the two bushings meet. There's a little bit of a gap right there. That is a spot where you can use a chisel or a screwdriver and try to drive these outer bushing sleeves out. But that's the part where you need to be careful and not dig into the aluminum or anything like that. But you can kind of see it right in there. Now the surgical part is using the belt sander to kind of weaken the outside of this bushing, so that way you can kind of drive it out. Otherwise it's pressed too well in there. So take your time, be surgical, just weaken up this outer rim, and then it should be able to push out relatively easy. Well, not relatively easy, but you know, easier than trying to do it without this. Go. All right, now that the bushings are finally driven out, if there's any like little tiny scoring from the screwdriver or chisel that you use, just be really careful with it. Use a little 400 and just knock down any of those little burrs, and you should be good to go. And there we go. Nice and smooth again. So I think that is where I'll leave the video for now. I got sick, so I haven't been able to do much since the last clips that you saw, but but hopefully in the next video, the remainder of the rear suspension is in the car. I can start working on the engine. So thanks for watching.